This program is supported by MainStreet BookEnds of Warner for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. MainStreet BookEnds of Warner.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. Let's now head down to MainStreet BookEnds in Warner to hear about some great gift-giving ideas. Hi, Katherine.
Thanks, Abby. It's nice to see you and nice to be back here on YCN talking about MainStreet BookEnds. And we often get asked what kinds of things we might recommend during the holiday season. And I'm here just to talk about some of our latest books and a couple of the toys that have come in that we're particularly excited about. I wanted to start off by talking about some local authors that have some new publications out, and that's always very exciting. The Anxiety Audit is by Lynn Lyons, and she lives in Concord. She has a very, very busy practice. She's spoken here a couple of times. She's very sought after because her area is anxiety within the family. And I think there's not a family out there that's not coping with this and trying to cope with this right now. Okay, so here in Warner, Matt Forrest Essenwein resides here, and he has come out with many children's books. This latest one is called A Beginner's Guide to Being Human. This one just came out. Wonderful reviews, and my goodness, what a wonderful way to introduce children to the idea of caring for others, being responsible, and mainly, above everything else, forgiving others and forgiving yourself. So he really captures this in the book, and this is his latest one. Also here in Warner, we have David Elliott, and David Elliott is beloved across the country. Everybody, this man has many, many books out for children, and most of them are written in verse, and it's a lovely way to introduce children to that sound that you get from a verse. Now, the rest of these books are in no particular order. It's just things that I love, different books that I absolutely love. This story is not about a kitten. I love this book. Beautiful writing, beautiful illustrations. A kitten arrives, and there's so many people that get involved in trying to protect and take and care for this kitten. It ends with an understanding of how many people came together and cared for each other in the process. This is my nonfiction pick for the season, for this time of year, The Myth of Normal. This is by Gabor Mate, and he is a well-known doctor who's written about ADD and a lot of different syndromes that affect children, a society that is really quite toxic to children, and how we can combat that. I am a huge fan of Jackie Morris. She is an artist and an author, but primarily an artist who lives in Wales, and she has produced so many gorgeous, gorgeous books over the years. This one is the Jackie Morris Book of Classic Nursery Rhymes. So you can kind of tell from the cover how beautiful her illustrations are. We have many of her books here in the store. If you're going to give a child something, a keeper, this would be a keeper. Classic Nursery Rhymes with the gorgeous illustrations from Jackie Morris. So this is my favorite pick for fiction. This is called Fellowship Point from Alice Elliott Dark. I can't tell you how much I love this book. This takes place in two places, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. There's a series of old Quaker families who have owned and cared for a peninsula up in Maine. So you go back and forth between many, many characters who are very approachable and very, very interesting. And so they have worked really hard to preserve this area up in Maine, but things are changing, and they're changing fast. And so you've got a lot of very interesting storylines going on in here. My favorite cookbook right now is The Mediterranean Dish, and it's by Susie Karadesh, which I probably mispronounced her name because we just know her as Susie in our house, because we're always going to a recipe from Susie. Her Mediterranean dishes are just delicious, they're healthy, and this is our go-to cookbook, and I recommend it to everyone. We also love toys and games, and those for children as well as for adults. Lots of cards and so forth, lots of gifts. Over 30 artists represented from the Warner area in the gallery. So I just want to talk about a couple of new toys that we have in the store that we're particularly excited about. We're now carrying Magnetiles, and anyone who has seen these know how incredible they are. They are a wonderful building mechanism for children, but the interesting thing about Magnetiles is that the entire family gets involved, and I've seen it over and over in many households. So we're really excited. We've got Magnetiles here in the store. So for every child or adult that is amazed and thrilled by geography and going around the world, this is an opportunity to do that. There is an app that you download onto your phone, and with that app and with these amazing Google's mechanism, it's interactive, and you're able to actually see the images pop off the screen. You can go into the Eiffel Tower, you can go down the Seine, you can go anywhere. So it's amazing, interesting way to learn geography and to experience it, and very engaging for children who are particularly interested in technology. So come on down to MainStreet BookEnds and experience all the things that we have here to offer, but during the holiday season especially, there's a lot going on in Warner. Our hours are Tuesday through Friday from noon to 6, Saturday from 10 to 4. But we are doing some extended hours for the holidays, and that will be Saturday the 10th and Saturday, December 17th. We'll actually be open from 10 to 8. So we'll have some extended hours on those 2 days. The next Saturday is Christmas Eve, and we'll be open normally. So please come on by. Our website is MainStreetBookends.com, and thank you.
Thank you, Katherine. Nice to know there is more than just books at BookEnds. And don't forget the other fine businesses in Warner while doing your holiday shopping. When Yankee Chronicle returns, Bill Whiteman from the Joseph Jazz series will join us. But first, these words from another good business that keeps our show coming to you.